we recently got burgled. We got our car broken into. We went to see a professor. We went to hang out with an old college professor and of ours, and this window got broken, and as you can see, the back tailgate is now a different color than the car. So we are very Christmas coated with the red and green. But yeah, our shit got broken into. Our backpacks got stolen. We had packed for like a day or two of travel, and yeah, this is the result. And it was on the, like, thankfully it was like at the very end of the day when it was like on the night we were coming back home, so it kind of worked out. We ended up taping up the back window. You can still see the tape and stuff. The side window and the back window, we put up cardboard and just kind of rode home that way, you know. Thankfully, I was kind of joking on the way back that at least they didn't break the window on my kids' seat, like side of things, because that would have been horrible. So I said at least they were that considerate, but that was just a joke because it was parked with this side facing the street. So if that side had been facing the street, they would have just broken in on that side, because they don't really give a shit about you, you know, they just want to take your shit. So boom, yeah, they broke that side. That's the easiest side to get into because they just pull up in a car real quick and like in less than 30 seconds take all your shit. Thankfully I didn't have much of value in the backpack. A few of my favorite clothes were in there, which is a bummer, but they didn't really cost me anything. There's a few bucks a piece, but nothing much. I got some parts off here as well. Trash can full, like you can see the glass down there. I shop vacked a bunch of the glass out. And I wish I would have filmed it too, and that's part of why I'm making this video today, is I really need to start creating and stop consuming. I think that's kind of the secret to life. That's the secret sauce to life. So title of the video today is getting broken into, getting burgled, I don't know, something like that. Getting vandalized and learning about life. Life and burglary. So this car is going to be looking real festive. I'm trying to figure it out. So this other tailgate that I got didn't come with a backup camera, so I'm figuring that out. Figuring out how that's going to work. But I'm going to have to drill some holes in there. I don't know, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because the holes for the backup camera are in here, in this area. There's 3 holes. There's a main big hole. There's a couple holes on the side for the bolts to go through. This is the camera. So I got to drill some holes to get that through and get that connected to the wiring harness. So I kept the wiring, all of the wiring from the original, and I removed all the wiring from this replacement door, and all that stuff is over here. Damn. But yeah, I realized that I need to start, I really, you know, 2025, new year, new goals, and this is the holes that we want to drill. New goals, new holes. No, that's terrible. Why my brain? This is where I need to drill. It's going to be a little difficult because I'm probably going to hit this metal while trying to drill through. Maybe. I don't think I need to make the hole as big, just like a big enough hole to get the connector through, which is not that big. So as long as I get that connector through, I think I'll be fine. And that should still seal up and weatherproof itself just fine, because it's a whole situation there. And all that really needs to come through is this guy. As long as this guy fits through the hole, then we're all good. And then this thin here. And how big does it need to be that big? Well, it's got this little clip. I could remove the clip and make it fit, because the hole's really that big just to make the clip fit, make it easy for the clip, but I can get that clip out and then just put it back on after the fact. Yeah, doesn't need to be all that, but yeah, there it is. I did all this by myself, by the way. I was vacuuming up all the glass, and that was real satisfying, and I realized that I should be filming all this. I should be making content out of it. So there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things to look into, and there's a lot of stuff. Like, I love doing things myself. I think that's pretty relatable content to make. I think that's pretty relatable stuff. I think the main point is that it's a new year and I want to start fresh. I got a new place, you know, there's new opportunities, and I really want to try to make this YouTube thing work. And I think this is the time to do it. Like, now is the time to strike, I guess, in a manner of speaking. And so I want to upload more often, more consistently, really give it a real go. You know what I mean? So I went on a little test drive yesterday after putting the windows, after having replaced the windows, so the rear passenger side, the rear driver's side, and this entire tailgate. After replacing those, I put on this back piece. I put on this back piece right here. Just so that the license plate would be eliminated, which I have removed again. So I took off the license plate, right? And I put on that back trim piece back on the car, just like with a couple of nuts, just to temporarily hold it in place. And the whole reason for me to put that back on was to illuminate the license plate. So, you know, I took my kid and I, and we went and took a spin. Now, I still have my front plate, right? But I forgot to put the rear plate back on. So I'm driving around town without a license plate. Like, I got so distracted with putting that thing on temporarily that I totally forgot to screw the license plate back on before taking off. So I drove around. Luckily, you know, nothing happened. All my lights work, everything works. Just some people saw me driving around with no license plate on the back of my vehicle. Thankfully, we didn't get pulled over or anything, so that was nice. But don't forget to put your license plate back on if you take it off before you go around driving. Anyway, what we're gonna do now is this. So right around here somewhere, you can see there's a hole over there, and on the other tailgate there's a hole. There's 3 holes here, a big one in the middle, 2 little ones on the sides, about yay size, not about that big, right? 2 little holes on each side, and that is for this. The rear view camera. Now, I have all the original wiring from the other tailgate still on. I just wired it through to this new tailgate, so I still have the capability of hooking up this OEM camera that came with it. But the problem is there's no hole for me to put it through this tailgate, because this car did not come equipped with a backup camera. So I have to drill new holes. Oh, there we go. I think it's coming out. It's coming out. We're gonna pry it out. See if I can push it out here. There we go. Nice. Sweet. And then I guess I'll just slide that back on and it'll lock in place there. Cool. So the reason why I took the little clip off is so that this has a smaller footprint. You can see with this clip, the footprint becomes much larger and the need for a much larger hole is now necessary, as you will see on the other tailgate. But now I don't have to make the hole quite as big to make it fit, and I want to keep the hole as small as possible. But yeah, there you go. But how do I make sure that I get those holes in, you know, the same ballpark where they need to be in order to install this OEM camera? Well, I'm gonna need the original tailgate. That's where I want the crease to be, and that's how I will know that I'm in the general ballpark of where I want to be. All right, so now we're on this one, and we can see that the basic corner is right here, and we want it to be the corner here, the crease here, and that looks pretty much like right on. So I'm gonna do the two little side holes first, and I measured out the holes on that thing over there, so this fits perfectly into that size of the hole. We're gonna use little impact to drill those out. Try to very good. So that's good there. I'm gonna do a third one in the middle, just to get the big one started. Now I don't really need the tape anymore because, well, we got our holes where we want them. So now let's make this bigger. Step it up a little bit more. So that's a decent sized hole. Does not fit, so I make that much bigger. So this is supposed to be for this type of thing, but it seems to be struggling a little bit. Screw it. We're in. There you go. Looks like I do need to make these two a little bit bigger. There we go. Got a few little scratches there, but hey, we're all good. And I'm probably going to use like a little bit of, I don't know, nail polish or something to rust protect here. We'll see. Well, we don't have any nail polish or anything on hand, so I'm just going to send it. Hope for the best here. So, I mean, that's pretty good. Yo, what? It's a little bit off, you can tell. It's not perfect, but you know, it's pretty much on there. It looks good. Nice. Remove this. Let's close it up. There it is. Boom. A little Christmas themed, a little off in the color there, but we have a back window again. Totally functional back window. There's a deep scratch on the back there and like a little dent over there. But nobody's looking up there. We're good. All done. Ready to roll. Definitely a unique look now.